And we're joined now by someone who might know, Coach Urgo better than anyone else. It's Pat Kelly. He played for him last year and then at Penn State. Pat, thanks for taking some time with us.
No doubt, no doubt.
So I guess we'll get started here. Just, one of the things we've been talking about is how outspoken you guys were about wanting Coach Urgo on Twitter, voicing your support. How important was that, and what in Coach Urgo made all of you guys want him to continue to be this head coach?
One of the things that Urgo does a great job is as a relationship with his players. I've known him since I was 16 years old, so personally I was very biased. I wanted him as a head coach. But along with the guys who've known him for a year, he's had conversations with them about how to improve their jump shot, to personal life stuff. So we all have a great relationship with Coach, and we wanted him to continue to lead us.
In the press conference, Keith Urgo talked a lot about being a co-head coach last season in many respects. How did you see that, and how instrumental was he in your success last season?
He was definitely a co-head coach for us. He and Neptune definitely led the way. Neptune had the label of head coach, but I feel like they both led us in different ways. And he helped me a lot because I've known him for a long time, so I have a great relationship with him. And he's been in my ear, telling me things I can do better, things I can improve on to get on the court more. And so I have a great relationship with him, and he's helped me a lot last season.
Now, outside of Neptune, the entire staff is intact. What can that stability kind of bring with a group that was successful last year? You over-exceeded some of the expectations put on you from the outside. So what can building off that with the same kind of nucleus be for you guys next year?
It's going to allow us to keep building. When we have the same staff, same players, it's going to allow us to keep getting better day by day. And that's what we're going to keep doing. This spring was a great spring for us. We've all gotten better individually, and this summer we're going to get together and improve as a team.
And you look at the culture that head coach Kyle Neptune built last season. How do you expect Keith Urgo to keep building on top of that, and then maybe also add his own coaching style to the mix as well?
I don't think much is going to change. We have the same mindset. We're going to come out and be the best players we can be every day. He's going to continue to lead us. I think some things may be different, like minor differences, but at the same time, our same goal is to win the A-10 championship and bring it to Rose Hill. So I believe we're going to do so.
I want to ask you about that press conference because it was pretty emotional. We saw Coach Urgo really showing all of that. What were your thoughts on that introductory press conference?
It was definitely emotional. I've known Coach Urgo's family for a very long time, so I've known he's wanted to be a head coach for a long time too. On my Penn State visit, like 5 years ago, he mentioned he wanted to be a head coach. So I'm beyond happy for him and his family, and his dad was a Fordham grad, so I know I'm happy for him as well. So it was very emotional, but I'm very excited for his opportunity for him.
When you hear him talk about you guys, the players, and how this program's really about you and the work you guys have done and the confidence he has in you, what does that mean to your team going into next year?
It means a lot for us, just to see the excitement and how. I guess you could just say excitement for him, having this job. He's wanted it for a very long time, to take over as head coach. There's going to be a lot of energy going into the next season, and I think we're going to reach a lot of the goals we set out.
You've mentioned now, last question, how you've known Coach Urgo for a long time. What are some of the things you can tell those Fordham fans who, they saw him last year, on the sidelines and stuff, but what is Coach Urgo's personality? What is he bringing to this team going forward?
He's very enthusiastic. He's very energetic. He's a great basketball coach, but also a better man. I haven't met a lot of men like him, and he's not gonna let you guys down. He's gonna be able to bring a winning culture to this university. So I'm really looking forward to see what he does.
Pat Kelly, thank you for the time.
Absolutely, thank you.
Pat.
And I think, Mike, that's some of the stuff that is really kind of important. Just hearing the players and their vocal support. And we're going to be joined by another one now, and it's Kyle Rose. So he's an interesting case because he's now been here 3 head coaches. So, Kyle, first off, I guess, just thank you for, talking to us here this afternoon.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me for today.
So I guess we'll start kind of similar stuff that we asked Pat. You guys were very vocal about your support for Coach Urgo. What about him made you guys so confident and made you guys really fight for him to be your next head coach?
So Coach Urgo is a pretty genuine person, and I feel like he has a lot in store for us as a coach, and I could just see the way that he was building us from being in the assistant coach position. I could see how he was building us as men, not only players, but he was building us as men, and just helping us continue to grow and understand who we are and what we're actually capable of, and just establishing that confidence in us.
Having seen now 2 coaching turnovers since you've been here, what about Keith Urgo coming to the head coaching position, but the rest of the staff changing really gives you a sense of stability? Is there more confidence now than maybe before?
Yeah, I feel like the rest of the assistant coaches have stepped up already with establishing confidence in us, and also just helping us understand that we are also growing as men and growing as players and like leaders as well. So we have to become more vocal and holding each other more accountable, even with the coaching change.
And when you hear Urgo and all the other assistants talk about you guys being leaders, what kind of confidence does that bring to hear, they instill some trust in you? And that's something that they always talked about last year, how proud of they were day in and day out of your effort. So what does that going forward with this same staff mean, and how can you build off that?
So we built some type of trust last year. So now it's just maintaining, keeping that same trust and building from there, and just helping the upcoming players that's coming in, the freshmen and the transfer that we bring in. So that's pretty good for us.
When you guys look at next year returning a majority of the roster and having a very good season last season, finishing at 500 overall record, what are the goals you guys have out for next year with Keith Urgo, and what are you guys looking to achieve?
Oh, we want to be top 3 in the conference. That's one of Coach Urgo's main goals from last year, and I feel like that this team is capable of doing it. We're going to find the right pieces, and we're going to also continue to have confidence in each other and trust each other. And we're going to play with some type of swag this year because of what we established last year.
Now, I want to ask you about that press conference, just kind of your thoughts. It's pretty emotional. You saw Coach Urgo really emptying it out. It sounds like from everything that we've been told, he wants to be at Fordham. He's embracing that culture. So what is that culture that Fordham really has and is looking to build off with Coach Urgo?
So Coach Urgo just established never to give up and always to give it your all no matter what situation you're in, and just have a great attitude about things no matter what you're going through. If you're going through a tough situation, just continue to tell yourself attitude, clap your hands, and just stay positive about things. So even with the whole coaching change, he was still staying positive and continuing to be the person that he always was, even though he never knew that he got the job. So I really applaud him for doing that, and it made me still feel secure as a player, and he also showed me that he really wanted me to come back as well.
Last question for you, Kyle. When you look at Keith Urgo talk about the players in the press conference, the confidence he puts into you guys, what does that bring to you as a team, and how does that add to the excitement of next year?
Oh, we're really excited as a team, and we're just going to continue to not prove other people wrong, but to prove ourselves right, because we understand what we're capable of and what we're going to bring to the table and what we're going to show these New York fans and the A-10 people next year.
Kyle Rose, appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yep.